Hi, how are you? How's everybody? At 2 p.m., 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 10 p.m. in Europe. Hello. Hello. Living Queen. Hello, Wa. I support your content. Is your Zelle connected to your Gmail account in the description? Yeah, you can use my Gmail account. Yes, ma'am. Let's put a little color. Just a little color. Is it even transferring? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. It's fine. It's all fine. It's fine. All right. As per usual, we'll get started 5 minutes in. Welcome, Darani. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Living Queen, also welcome to the room. Haven't seen your name. Hi, Dedria. Hello. How are you? You know how it goes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Hey, Raven. Hi, Connie. Hi, Hannah. How are you? Hey, Jasmine, I made you a moderator. I don't know if you could tell. Hi, Joy. Hi, Doris. Hi, Aspasia. Hi, Mika. Welcome. I'm going to try to say this name. I'm not sure if I'm getting it right. Shakarol? If that is correct. Hey, girl. Hey. Welcome. Jackie. Hello. A lot of names I haven't seen before. Aisha. I know you're used to that, and I know you hate it. I apologize. I am sorry for that. I know you get it all the time. And I'm sorry. Is that not how you pronounce your name, Dedria? How do you say it? Tell me how to pronounce it. I have been watching Love on Stage. I'm going to catch up today because if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I am getting so much stuff done today, you guys. Today is the day of getting all of the things done. Okay, I have gone to the grocery store already and bought some of my groceries for the week. She's on a budget, so she's being really careful about that. I'm gonna have to piece them all out and put them in different containers for my week. But then I went to get my eyebrows done, but the lady wasn't ready, so it's not my fault. But I was there at 9, and then I went and got gas, so I don't have to wait till Monday morning to get gas, girl. She just has it. It's in her tank. It's ready to go. And I'm trying to be really simple and frugal this week. So that's, it's up early, is getting stuff done. I cooked a whole meal. I cooked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pieces of chicken. If you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you would have seen the meal I made this morning. I made a veggie dish to go with it, as well as rice. So I had that already. And that was my, I guess my breakfast and lunch. I'm finding myself to not be as hungry and needing to eat every single meal the way I normally do. So I'm running with that right now. Okay. I'm running with it and letting it happen in my soul, because there are times where I'm like, I need every single meal to feel satisfied. But I'm feeling good. I don't eat when I get home from work. I get home from work at 5. I haven't been eating after 5 this entire past week. I'm fitting into my clothes a little differently. So yeah, thank you guys. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, I was saying it wrong. Aisha. Hi. Hello. Oh, okay. Aisha. Good to know. Well, Rosemary, hello, welcome. Glad you caught it. Tisha, I'm so glad you were able to catch it as well. Elaine, hello. Happy Saturday. Billy Brown, hello. No pregnancy, Billy. There's no pregnancy. So I haven't even started trying to have a pregnancy. It's more so just making sure that all the pipes are open and running. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Well, welcome to my recap of Life After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 51, Not the One to Mess With. If you guys are so interested in giving me a little tip, because you know you're going to laugh, I have all of my information scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I take Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, and PayPal if you would like to. No pressure if you can or you don't want to. I understand it. But just so you know, I am on a single mother by choice journey. I'm saving up for IVF. Just found out that my insurance doesn't pay for it. So I'm going to have to dip into the 401k, the savings, you know what I'm saying? And that's fine because I will do it. But then found out that starting in January, insurance will cover it. So not starting in October like I thought, starting in January. So yeah, I'm saving for that bit of business, but there's that. Okay, so I'm so happy for those of you guys who were actually able to catch a live. So please interact. Please let me know what you guys are thinking about. I've got pictures. Everything is ready to go. I've got my moderators in the room. I want to thank you guys so much for being here and supporting me, all 43 of you. So if the 43 of you can go on ahead and give this video a thumbs it up. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up. I said thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. So those of you guys who are on Replay Gang, go ahead and give me hashtag Replay Gang down in the comment section and give this video a thumbs up as well. Okay. Hello, Monica X. Way to come into the room. Hello, new person, Denya. All right. So now let me bring up, I'm just trying to get myself together here, share on any social media platform that you deem fit. Great. We said it. We said all the things that we were supposed to say. I've got my La Croix here. I've got a little bit of vino. So, let's have ourselves a good little kiki. First couple that we are going to talk about because it's short this episode is Nicole, Dante, and Tia. Okay, so not much to report on this episode besides Dante going to his mama's house, okay, his country fried mama's house to have a little dinner. And so Dante gets there and his mother's like, okay, go on ahead and set the table. And he's like, well, why every time I come here, you got me doing something? And I said, haha, because you are one of her only 2 children. Okay, you are her grown ass little baby boy. And when you come to the house, you gonna have marching orders. So she says to him, what's happening in your world? And then he says, well, I went on a date with a nice girl and I was staring into her beautiful eyes and I almost got lost in them. And then we got a little bit of the footage of them paddle boating on some river. And we all know that he ain't paid too much attention to this girl. He only went on this date so he could tell his mama that he went on this date with somebody who wasn't Nicole or wasn't a big booty stripper type white girl. You know what I'm saying? Which is what his mother thinks that his proclivities lean towards. Okay, so he was feeling real good that he went out with, I don't know her name, Starlisha. I don't know her name. Crystal. What was her name? Okay, I know that those are 2 completely separate types of names, but listen, we're gonna call her Starlisha Crystal. Okay, so he went on a date with Starlisha Crystal, who had all that red on. He was talking about how her hair was red and how she's different than what he normally goes for, but how whomever he did have been seeing Nicole. And his mother's like, so you seen that little girl? What's her name? Nicole. Huh? That's her name? What's her name? And I'm like, this is absolutely Black mama syndrome. And I feel myself doing that. I hated it so much when my parents would be like, what's your little friend name? And here's the truth. I only ever had one true friend, like in each grade level. So you've heard me saying this person's name. And then you're like, oh, what's your little friend's name, huh? And I'm like, it's the same friend. I'm not giving you a bunch of friends' names, and that's why you're confused. It's the same friend name. So anyway, she gonna act like she don't know this girl's name. And he's like, you know her name. Your name is Nicole. And she's like, well, anyway, that's what I thought it is. And then so he's over here like, well, she did ask me to be in a 3-way relationship. And the mother's like, huh? What'd you say? Wait. She was Caribbean. She's like, wait a sec. Huh? Wait. you know. And so he's like, well, I know my mama, she's staring at the a hole in the back of my head because I dropped the bomb that Nicole wanted me to have a 3-way relationship with her and Tia. So then he breaks it down to his mother as to what this relationship is supposedly supposed to be looking like. And I said, oh, Dante don't understand what's happening, because he believes that he's going to be in a relationship with Nicole and Tia. And I said, no, no, no. Nicole is going to be in a relationship with you and Tia. 2 separate relationships. Y'all threes are not going to come together, okay? He going to tell Tia, remember that time he told Tia that she was a handsome young man as well? I said, this boy. So his mother's like, why would you do that? And he's like, because I love her and because I want to be there for her. In his confessional, he talks about how he feels bad that he's let her go and that he's really her only savior. You know what I'm saying? Her dark night, if you will. Okay. So his mom was over here looking at him dead in his soul. Okay. And what's even making more odd is these colored contacts that she's got on. But let me tell you, she looks a lot better. Okay. She saw herself season 1 and she said, not today. Okay. She said, you will not catch me with one eyelash dripping off of my, you will not catch me with smudged red lipstick. Okay. I am on TV and I understood the assignment. And we are here to support every moment of the way this mother looks. Okay. We are here to support it. She looks fantastic. I mean, and I don't usually trust a person with color contacts, especially a Black person. Listen, it's not that I don't trust them. That's just an over exaggeration. But there's always a moment where I'm like, you watch a lot of anime? So anyways, people get color contact for a myriad of different reasons. I'm not here to judge you if you do. I'm just saying it's, sometimes to me it's a little like, them's not your eyes and I can tell. But those color contacts was pretty decent on her. I imagine if I were to see her in public, I might be shocked. I might be scared that she's looking deep into my soul. Like it gives me like a cult. It gives me vampire. You know what I'm saying? It just gives me a little bit. I saw a tweet that said this man was like doing some video talking about not wasting his time with people who want to waste his time. And the caption of it on Twitter said, this is the smartest thing I've ever heard from a person with colored contacts. And I said, I feel the same way. Yeah. Especially when a Black person rolls up with you with that honey blonde color contact or a blue color contact. I'm like, there is something about it that is just so aggressive a little bit. It's just so aggressive. Are we judging? Are we judging? Okay. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. But she looked good. Okay. And so he was not explaining that whole situation well. And I just was like, you about to get a rude awakening, because not only is Tia not going to allow you to come near her naked, but you don't want to go near Tia naked. I feel like Tia would flip the script on you, got you singing a whole other song. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tia got the strap and she ready. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now let's move on. She got the strap and she ready. Speaking of the strap, let's move on to Lisa and Stan, because this was a good old episode. Lisa was not having it on a today, okay? Because Stan was over here lying in the house of the Lord and she couldn't believe it. She said that she had never experienced something like that in her life. Someone so blatantly just telling lies in the house of the Lord, in front of the pastor, in front of the pulpit, in front of the altar, all of it. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit was on the wall, and this man was up here lying. She wasn't feeling it. So she's back at the house. This is after they come back from seeing the pastor, and she has had some drinks. Okay. She was taking it to the head, honestly. I mean, she was like, it's been a day. But we working through it. And I said, oh, Lisa, we haven't seen her in a while. So we haven't seen Lisa in a while. Like we haven't seen her in like an episode or two. So I like forgot like where we were coming off of. I thought that we would at least get like 2 days later, but no, this is the very same day. Oh, Joy. I'm gonna need to put this on pin because I need to better understand why you are not in full support of Lisa and all of her antics as I am. She said, I'm sick of Lisa. Girl. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it right now. Let's get through what happened. But at the end of the segment, I want to come back to why you feel the way you feel, sis. Okay, Connie, clink, clink, clink. All right. Lisa. So Lisa has come back and she is very upset at the way things are going because low key, I think Stan is gaslighting. You know, she wanted to go into the house of the Lord and tell the truth and come clean. And he wouldn't allow that to happen because he's over there scheming and lying about what actually happened or what is actually happening and what is not actually happening. So she's in the kitchen having some drinks to herself, also cooking a very odd meal. So I don't know what kind of chicken, was she making chicken? I'm not sure, but these are vanilla wafers that she has put in the smallest Tupperware that she could find and is now pouring different types of canned sodas over it. She already poured like a Pepsi over it, and now she's pouring a 7-Up over it. And she's about to make a cake with that. And she says it's fire. And I said, it's fire diabetes is what it is, ma'am. Like, how you about to make a cake with vanilla wafers and sody? Okay, sody pop. If you guys watch my 1,000-pound sisters with some sody pop. 2 types. Like, it's not even like a 7-Up cake where you throw a little 7-Up and that's already fire diabetes in the veins. But this is like a whole other situation, okay? And then she's like, all I'm going to do is then take 2 other ingredients, I didn't write it down, and put those in the microwave and use it as frosting, like candy bars or something. And I said, girl, you are not down right now. You are not in prison right now. You don't have to live this life. Just go on ahead and get you some Duncan Hines. You know what I'm saying? Just get you some eggs, some Duncan Hines, a little oil, and put that mug in the oven. You don't need to make a mountain out of a molehill, or you don't need to make something out of nothing right now, okay? You don't have to. She's like, oh, all this in here, you can make a real gourmet meal. And I said, this is not gourmet, sis. This is not gourmet. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord, there's 96 people in the room. I hope there's at least 75 likes. So if you guys have joined me, please go ahead and give that like down below, a little thumbs up or a thumbs down. Do whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just engage. Just engage. Okay. So she's processing how much of a liar he was and, you know, not taking responsibility and then making him this prison cake. So he comes out of his room after we see him in his chonies. I didn't get a picture of that, and you're welcome. You are welcome that I was too busy laughing that I forgot to take a picture of this man in his steel gray chonies. Thank me. I need you to comment down below. Thank you all for not showing us pictures of Stan in his underwear. You are welcome. So he's like, what's up, buttercup, or something like that. Like, I don't know what exactly he says to her, but he comes out. And what is this? Stan has hood? You mean he's uncircumcised? I would agree with that statement. Jenna Lynn, hello. Hello. Oh, hips. Sorry, did you mean hips? I don't know what's going on. Anyways, Maxine, hello. By not telling us that. You're welcome. You are absolutely welcome, you guys. You are welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So he says, what's up, buttercup? And she's like, hey, what's up? You know, trying her very best. And then she says, you know what? I am pissed. I am pissed because you went and lied in the house of the Lord. You went and did that. And I don't understand why you won't be honest about what our relationship is. We met on a website where you paid for sex. And he's like, well, I don't remember what website. I'm on a lot of websites. I don't remember exactly where I met you. And she's like, Stan, I have text messages in my phone right now of you basically telling me that I owed you sex for the money in which you're giving me right now. And he's like, where? And she's just like so pissed that she cannot handle it. She's so pissed that she's unable to like deal with it, and she has to go outside and like take a moment because she starts to call him a dumb, stupid. And I said, when you start to call people dumb and stupid, like that's when I'm just like, oh, you have no respect for them. Because like calling someone dumb or calling someone stupid to me is a breach. Because if somebody were to call me dumb or call me stupid, I don't fly. You cannot, because at the end of the day, I'm 100% neither of those things. And you will not call me that. Actions might be dumb. You can't even tell me my actions are stupid. You can tell me my actions are dumb. Like, that was a dumb move. I'll say, actually, you can't even tell me that. I will say it about myself. Okay, I don't need you to tell me what was a dumb move and what wasn't. Okay, I will definitely tell me myself. So anyways, she goes outside and he's like, well, I don't understand why, I don't understand. You have sex, you make love, is what he said. Sorry, let me get that. You happen to make love to someone, and then afterwards, maybe in that very same day, you happen to give her $300 or $400. I don't see what the big deal is. That doesn't mean you're paying for sex. And I said, okay, well, I mean, how often? Is this every time? Why are you always having sex with women who need $300 to $400 from you after they have sex? Is it you feeling guilty that they had to see your old man testicles? Are you feeling some kind of way because you are requiring or asking of them to do things that are above and beyond a normal lovemaking? Because here's the truth. Y'all don't be making love, okay? If a woman puts in, like, y'all don't be making love. Y'all are having sex. And you're having fun sex, and you're having interesting sex, and you're having sex that's different than what you had with your wife for the last 50 years or whatever, however long, well, not 50, like 40 years, however long you were married to your wife. You know what I'm saying? So she says to him, would you treat your wife this way? And he's looking at her like, you're not my wife. And also, no. So he's trying to make it seem like it's something other than what it is. And so she gets upset, and so she goes outside and she's like, look, I have recibos, okay? She says, this says, I need some lovin' to help me pay sales tax, LOL. Now this is the person who is living with him, okay? They are living together. He's saying like, oh, they want, sex. Wait, what is it? What was that sentence I just said? They're living together, and oh no, he's like, oh, I want to marry you, and the only reason why I'm not marrying you is because you don't want to. And she was very much like, I'm not going to marry him until I get some guarantees. So I 100% get that. And then the next thing is, if you're still interested in having me give you $1,600, you need to spend 2 days and nights with me first. Also, I have a package called refreshments for you. What in the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Okay. I'm just going to say I don't know what that means. But I'm just like, she already lives with him. She has her own room, as we saw at the end of this episode. But like, you need to spend 2 days and 2 nights with me? How much Viagra this man got? So she comes back in after she's told producers what's all going on. And producers are like, okay. So she comes back in the house. She's like, I already told them, so you can stop lying. And he's like, I'm not lying. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Like, I never asked you for sex for money. And, I've given you $15,000 this month, X, Y, and Z. And she's like, you and I are in a transactional relationship. Okay, stop pretending like it's anything other. And you got up there in the house of the Lord and you lied to that man and you made me, I can't trust you because you are a liar. And then he says something else dumb and she literally went off the chain and walked towards him. And this man was scared. Okay, him scared. Y'all see this man back up from her as she's like walking towards him. Now, she's not even charging him. She's walking towards him and she's like, you're not going to sit up here and lie to me. And he's got his hands up in a defensive mode. And then he's going to, after she walks away, he's like, oh, she's, one step from being kicked out of this house. And I said, okay, so now you're throwing that over her head again. You're throwing that over her head again. And now you don't understand why she gets mad at you, because she's not allowed to have feelings and say things to you and react without you telling her that you're going to kick her out. Like, you've already allowed her to live here. The only reason why she's as mad as she is because you won't be honest with her and with the audience about what's going on. Okay? Look at him, so scared. Look at this picture again. I mean, I watched this scene 3 times because I was dying at how scared he was of her. So then he's like, let me see the text messages. And then she's like, okay. So she says it to him and he's like, oh, that. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. And she's like, and then he goes to eat some of her prison cake, her prison pie. And he's like, what do you call this? This is delicious. And she looks away and then she looks at the camera. So you guys, look at this. She's looking at these people like, this mother is a lion. Like, just look at it. Okay. Okay. She cannot handle what is happening. It is the funniest scene because she's like, how, and now he's eating my cake. Like, what is happening? What is going on? And I am full on support of her being absolutely confused about this entire situation. So confused. Like, it's like those moments, you remember in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and every once in a while, Will would look directly into the camera after something crazy happened. He'd be like, oh yeah, Hillary. It's that. It's that. Margaret, you made it. Welcome. Cassandra, you made it. Welcome. Oh my God, I'm so excited, everybody. You guys, Cassandra, Margaret, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Whew, she looks like a Spectre doppelganger for Bewitched. Oh, for the actress in Bewitched? Yeah, she does. She's giving me a little bit. I think her name is Barbara something. Can't remember her name, but yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. So he's like, oh, what is this? After he admits that he's basically, she's like, well, why don't you go ask Tina? Okay. He's like, what do you call this food? And then he says, after she leaves, I learned a lesson. I learned not to text so much. And I said, after all this, the lesson is you didn't learn not to lie to her. You learned not to text your indiscretion so that she doesn't have receipts. And I don't know what's happening with her homegirl. What's her homegirl's name? I can't remember, but she's going to have some homegirl come. And I don't know if they're planning on doing like a gangbang or whatever, or maybe, I don't know. But what's her name? It's not, it's I don't know. I've thought of it. There's a name. I want to say Rebecca, but it's not Rebecca. In my mind, it's like a Romani name. Elizabeth Montgomery. Oh God, Elizabeth Montgomery. That's so great. That's the woman from Bewitched, you guys. Elizabeth Montgomery. Renata. Yeah, Renata. She's gonna have Renata come over and they're about to do some girl. I don't know, what are they gonna rob him? Are they gonna tie him up and steal his money? What are they gonna do? Are the cameras gonna be there? That's what I wanna know. Are the cameras gonna be there? Okay, no, Barbara Eden is I Dream of Jeannie. Right? Barbara Eden, I Dream of Jeannie, Elizabeth Montgomery, Bewitched. You guys are like knowing that the fact that I grew up in the late 80s, early 90s, because I love Bewitched. I Love Lucy and Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie as though they came on when I was like, as though I was young when they first came out. No, I watched that on syndication, loved it all. Loved it all. Thank you. Yeah, no, I know my old timey shows, my black and white shows. Okay. Thank you, Jasmine, for giving that shout out. I'm gonna let you guys do that shout out. I'm gonna give myself a little bit more of this wine I don't like. Listen, this wine is not the best tasting, but I purchased it, so now I must finish it. Ooh, this is the wine. It's a Trader Joe's wine. It's Petite Reserve Zinfandel, but this is Sonoma County. If you guys want to know a bomb wine to get right now, and I don't know those of you guys who are not in California, do I even show you? Here, I'll show you for the ones that are in California, because if you're not in California, Trader Joe's, they have different vendors. So if you're not in Southern California, it might not be the same vendor getting this kind of wine. But it is a Trader Joe's brand, so it might be fine. I highly suggest this. It's Trader Joe's Zinfandel, Amador County, 2017. It's lot 185. Oh, you can't really see. What if I do this? What if I'm like, here's the product? Oh, look, there it goes. I don't know if they're going to have it everywhere, but this is bomb. If you want to know, like, oh, what kind of wine does Wah like? I love that. Also, I'm on an app called Vivino. So you can follow me on Vivino if you want to. I'm sure I'm just Wahima Lino. Am I? What's my profile name? Yeah, Wahima Lino. I mean, I'm the only one ever. I'm the only one ever in your life. So yeah, Cutwater cocktails. Yeah, I do the margarita when I do it. It's a little strong, but because I started drinking Cutwater now, a lot of people around me started drinking Cutwater. They're like, "Oh, you were the one who got me on Cutwater." I'm like, "Girl, I've been past that. I don't be drinking that no more." Okay, if everyone's giving me, go get you a cup of wine, girl. Go get you some wine. Go get it, girl. Go get it. Okay. Let's move on to the next couple. Let's get my phone out. Follow me on Vivino if you want to. And next scene, let's just move on to these two. All right. So we're going to move on to Sean and Sarah. So this was an interesting segment. And of course, Sean, doesn't do the right thing. He has the opportunity to do so, and he chooses not to. So they are driving. And this is after they have the conversation about seeing each other more. He has the opportunity to tell the truth and not keep continuously lie about who he is to her. Sarah chooses not to. And she's like, well, take me tanning. I haven't been tanning in a long time. I got a farmer's tan because of my shorts and the outfit that I wore in prison. Now I want a real tan. And I personally don't understand this. Is it like getting your eyebrows waxed where you're like, I just need to get my eyebrows waxed because then I feel like it isn't just like hairy caterpillars right here. It just feels like real sleek and it makes you look better. Because that's how I feel when I get my eyebrows done. But anyway, so she's like, you're going to pay for it, right? And he's like, yeah. So they go there. She's like, watch out for that ice. And he doesn't. And he slips and completely falls on his butt. And so they have a good laugh about it, and they go inside the tanning salon. The lady has him fill out a waiver, and then they go into the tanning place, and he's like, all right, I'll sit out here. And she's like, no, come in here with me. And he's like, oh, okay. So they go in there, and she's got cute underwear on. She's got like a little bra and a little thong situation. And the lady's like, ooh, cute chonies. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so excited I get to see. Oh, she's gorgeous. I'm so excited I get to see Sarah. Oh, I mean, it's just like, yeah, it's like, just like, So he says that she's effing gorgeous. Her underwear was cute. And so she gets into the spray tan to do all of that. And he's just like looking and watching, and the lady's spraying her down. And the lady's like, okay, bend over from the knees and squat and stick your butt out. And then she does it. And the lady's like, well, I didn't mean that much. I'm like, girl, then what you told her to do all that for? Calisthenics and whatnot. You don't want to got her out there open. You know what I'm saying? You got her out there like out in the wind. And so she got it all sprayed down. And then she's like, oh, yeah, you go get tan too. You do it for me, please. Go on ahead and get tan. And so then the lady's like, all right, let me go get the waiver for you so that you can sign the waiver to make sure the tanning is whatever. And so he goes and gets the waiver, and then she's like, birthday, and she's like 1/24/1974 or whatever. I don't know. And she's like, what? What? I thought you said you were whatever. And he's like, oh, what did I tell you? I don't even remember what I told you. And so then she's like, well, why'd you lie? And he's like, well, probably had a reason to at the time. Like, and I basically, he's in his mind is like, well, you lied to me about having a kid. And she's like, well, why'd you lie about your age? It's such a weird thing to lie about. Like, what else are you lying about? And he's like, well, at the moment, maybe I said that. I don't remember exactly what I said, but, maybe I had a right to say it in the moment, the same, And I said to him, okay, so he's trying to gaslight her. Okay. So he's trying to gaslight her. Okay. Okay. I am seeing it. It's just very upset. I don't like that. Like, I don't like the tit for tat. I don't like it. Just be honest. Like, keep your side of the street clean. No matter how dirty someone else's is, if you keep your side of the street clean, then your integrity will stay intact. You don't get to say, oh, because you lied about not having a daughter, and so what, I lied about not my age. And I'm like, nah, that's a different deceit than not wanting to reveal you have a whole child, not wanting to tell a perfect stranger about your family members, but you not even being honest about something as stupid and small as your age. Huh. So then she says to him in the confessionals, you better tell me everything right now. This is your moment. I forgive you for lying to me about your age, but this is the time that you need to come clean. And he's like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. And she's like, okay, slate is clean. This is your opportunity to do so. And he's like, no, I know nothing. Like, oh yeah, I'm not telling a lie about anything. Yeah, it's okay. And so she's like, okay. And I said, I have a sneaky suspicion that in this segment right here, when this is the first time that we have seen them doing a confessional together, in my mind, she already knows at this point that he has more to tell, and that this was just the producer saying, give us a bit, or give us like a cut or a sound bite of you putting this down on him right now, as though like he's still lying to you while we're doing our confessionals. And so for me, I was like, I think that's a little bit of fraud right in there, because of the way she was so like, you have another opportunity to tell me the truth. And I was just like, he got 6 kids. He's been engaged. Like, there's a lot he has to tell. He's like, I'm really hoping that it doesn't blow up in my face when I tell Sarah the truth eventually. But right now, everything is okay and I'm fine. It's just like, shut up, fool. Shut up. I just don't like him. He bothers me so much. Girl. Vicky Vale says, seems like he wants a young girl with no kids, and he got pissed when she had a kid and he wanted to be done with his old life and his kids. Listen, I'm sick of him. I am so sick of him. Aspasia says, I can't believe that when Sarah gave him the out to come clean, he didn't just spill it. It's going to implode it. And I mean, it's TV too, right? Like, there's a certain part of it that is all production being like, don't tell her yet. Don't tell her yet. It'll be so much more interesting. Your storyline will be so much more interesting if you don't tell her. And I'm like, why does Sean want to be known as the villain? Like, why is he okay to be known as a villain for his like one time of internet fame? Right? Oh my God. Poppy Sloth, I can't even with you. I called him a sloth. He's disgusting. Patricia, you did meet Miss Stan and Lisa. I'm so sorry. We did talk about them. We talked about Lisa coming at Stan getting scared and then eating her pie to make it all better. Ooh, he should have ate her pie, if you know what I mean. Okay, anyways, so he doesn't take the opportunity to come clean, and that is the end of their segment. But she does decide that he can come and see her family as soon as this week. And she gave us a little bit of information regarding her family and how, so much as she had put her mother through, specifically because her parents got divorced when she was 12 years old, and it really affected her. And instead of staying away from drugs and alcohol, as her father had been an addict and an abusive addict for all of her life, which is why they finally separated, and got divorced. Her mother finally felt like, okay, I'm strong enough to do so. And for whatever reason, because of the trauma of her childhood, she ran towards drug and alcohol as opposed to away from it. And her mother tried so hard to get her on the right track and couldn't. And she eventually went to prison. And now she's just like, I have to do better for my family, because while my mother does love me and she's a big mama bear, she's still in mama bear mode. And it's because of all that I put her through. But I need to start to get her to see that I'm an adult. And I'm like, I see where you're coming from. And maybe that first step is introducing Sean to her. I just think Sean is the wrong person for anyone. But also, I just wish her the best in that endeavor, because that's a hard place to come from. Oh, yeah. April girl, when he was like, I think I'd be a good stepdad to, I'm like, how about you be a good dad to uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis? Don't talk about her daughter, okay? You got your own situations to manage. So anyways, 130 people in this room. I don't know how many likes there are, but if we could get some thumbs up, that would be great. I'll sing. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Say thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Yeah. And thank you guys so much for the Venmos and the Cash Apps that I am receiving. I do appreciate you guys so much. All right, 75. Debria, don't tell me. Don't tell me it's only 75. If we've got 130 people in this room, I mean, I need to at least see 100 likes. 100 likes. Can we get there? I'll wait. Don't worry. Let me sing to you. Here's another song. The moment you walked in the room, I could tell you was a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. That was off. Hey, big spender. Spin some thumbs up likes for me. Bum, 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 bum. You guys are great. 80 thumbs up. Can I get to 85? Let's get to 85. Let's get to 90. Let's get to 90. Do I hear 95, 95, 85 likes? Okay. Let's see. Who else is there to talk about? Lisa, Stan, Brittany and Marcelino, and Amber and Puppy. All right. I appreciate that, Tisha. Thank you. Ooh, 90. Oh, she likes that. She likes that number. 10 more. Thanks. Okay. Next couple that we are going to talk about, I'll let you decide. Okay, so we've got Brittany and Marcelino, and we've got Amber and Puppy. If you want Brittany, put Brittany. If you want Puppy, put Puppy. Go. Type it. What do you want next? The lack of bum bum in the song hurts my heart. It's because for you. It's because I wanted you to say bum bum. Puppy? Puppy? Oh, I'm getting all the puppies. I'm getting all the puppies. All the puppies. All the puppies. All the puppies. Okay. One for Brittany, and that was for Sabine. Is it Sabine or Sabine? I like Sabine. Did you tell me you were Haitian? Or did I just make that up? Puppy. Okay, we'll go with Puppy. Okay, Adoki. We don't care about. Okay. She's speaking for the entire group. We do not care about Brittany. Okay, good. It's Sabine. And I am Haitian. Okay, so I wanted it to be Sabine, which is like weird, but I'm gonna go with Sabine. Great. And if I accidentally call you Sabine in the future, please tell me. Wahima, stop. Okay, so next couple that we are going to talk about are Brittany and Puppy. Do I have a picture of them? No? Okay, well, now we know for the next time. Get a picture of Brittany and Puppy. Okay, so first segment we have is Amber coming home from seeing Puppy, and this man, Sammy, is in her house. And she's like, hey, how'd you get in? And he's like, Queen? I'm like, sorry, did you think production let him in? And so Sammy's off the bat annoyed because he's like, you knew that you and I had plans. And now you're walking in confused as to why I am here, mic'd up, sitting on your couch in front of the lights with 3 cameras in front of me. We had plans. And she's like, well, if you had just called me and told me. And he's like, well, if you had told me you had plans or you were going to do something, then I could have. And she's like, all you had to do was text me. Okay, I didn't realize I had to tell you where I was going. And then I was pissed because I was like, first of all, if you knew that you had plans with your whole boyfriend, and then so you like, okay, let's for example, let's say that her and Sammy had plans at 11 a.m. Okay. Puppy randomly calls her at what, 8 and is like, let's go have breakfast. And you don't say, oh, okay, if we do meet, I have to meet you right now. And then I need to leave at 10:30 because I have plans with my boyfriend at 11. It's like, I hate when people act like plans you make with them are tentative. Until you call and check in with them that very day, that anything different can happen and change the way things go. No. So he's like, why are you sitting up here acting like you didn't know I was going to be here? And she's like, well, if you had just told me that you were here already, I would have come. I would have just came, or I would have told you to come and meet me and Puppy out so that you could have met her. And he's like, when did Puppy come into the world? Like, when did Puppy come into the scene? Like, I don't understand. Like, it is just so annoying to me. So I was on his side when she came in acting brand new. But then she says, okay, anyways, like, let's get together. I want you to meet Puppy. I want us to like have a double date. And he's like, I'm smelling some BS. Okay. I don't quite understand like why you want me to meet Puppy. And like, what? I feel like this is a wrench being thrown in the process that I don't need. And now this is the first time that we have a scenario in which the male partners of 2 people who used to be listen, for all intents and purposes, Puppy and Amber love each other and were in an actual relationship. Amber can make it seem like she was not really gay, or she's not like she's only gay for Puppy, which very well may be true. Like maybe in Amber's world, she's like, I'm not 100% lesbian. Perhaps she's bi or pan, right? She doesn't know how to name it. She's not interested in delving into the queer side of her life and what that means for her, and that's fine. I'm not saying she needs to. But sometimes when you have these relationships, I feel like the male counterparts tend to not take them seriously and or make it seem like it's okay that's not the right way, but they're okay with their woman being bisexual or pan, right? Like they think something is sexy about that. And I think that's fine if it's coming from a natural, normal place. But if it's coming from a place of a fetish, like where you having the idea or knowing that your partner is with a same sex in a polyamorous type of relationship, and that turns you on and you're only okay with it because it feeds some kind of like kink in you, like that's annoying to me. Okay, that's annoying to me. And so like for Sammy and Eric, or what's his name? I don't know, Puppy's boyfriend, both being jealous of Amber and Puppy's relationship, I'm fine with it. For some reason, I'm just like, good, you should be jealous. Because what Puppy and Amber have isn't something that your male gaze is able to like voyeur into, right? Like Puppy and Amber's relationship is real and you should feel threatened by it. And it is kind of messed up that they want y'all to all be friends. because Puppy and Amber do love each other, and I want to take their relationship serious, and I will take their relationship serious because I really do think that these two people love each other more than just friends. Like, I think that they could probably sustain and be in a whole ass relationship if Puppy were to get her ish together. So, anyways, that's all I have to say about that. You know, sometimes it's like men are just like, oh yeah, I'm okay with my, like, I feel like Shane is that way. Like, I feel like if Lacey were to be with a woman, Shane would be okay with it because he's like, oh, all I want to do is see them have sex, as though it has anything to do with them. Like, no, let's put some respect on the same sex women relationships, and it's not there for the male gaze and for you to just be sexually attracted to that. Like, no. Okay, anyways, off my soapbox, let's get back to this mess. So Sammy's pissed because he doesn't want to meet Puppy. He doesn't want anything to do with it. He feels like he and Amber should ride off into the sunset together, and there should be no situation. But he going ahead and says yes because Amber's saying, I love Puppy and I want her in my life and I want you in my life as well. And so he agrees. So they go and they have dinner. He meets the boyfriend, Eric. You know, then he tries to like sniff out Eric, and he's like, you been in jail? And Eric is like, yeah, you know, I spent some time away. And Puppy's like, oh, he been in jail for like 10 years, you know, on trafficking and like it wasn't 10 years, but it was like 9 years. He spent a substantial amount of time in prison. So I honestly feel like those two should not be dating each other. And there was a moment where Amber was like, hey, nice to meet you officially. So sorry for banging on your door like I was the police and all kinds of stuff. And it was a cute, fun moment. And they're getting along pretty well, but we can tell that something's up with Sammy and he's not feeling it. He's not feeling well about it. And it's like he wants to kind of challenge Eric. Is that his name, girl? I don't know what his name. Whatever Puppy's boyfriend's name is, let's call him Eric. You know, it felt like he wanted to challenge Eric a little bit in the beginning, and it was just kind of like they were measuring each other up, but the girls were just trying to maintain the coolness of it. They ordered food, and I can't tell you how much I want to go to a hookah bar so bad. I might find one to go to tonight, girl. Let me call my friend Kelly and see what's up. What's she doing? Tell her to come down. Let's go find a hookah bar and hang out. Cheers. Obviously Uber, right? She needs an Uber. So anyways, looks like everybody's having a good time. So Amber and Puppy go outside to smoke. And then Sam gets very skeptical about the whole situation. So Amber and Puppy are talking. They're talking about how awkward it is and what they think is going to happen. And, you know, Amber stays having those sunglasses on her head, okay? Like, Amber is so interesting to me. Like, she's going to call Sammy an alpha male. And I'm like, I guess he could be alpha. Here's the truth. Let me go on a little tangent about, I've been looking up and Googling alpha. Because under normal circumstances, I might be like, I'm an alpha female. But the truth is I'm not. I'm too smart to be an alpha. Like, I am a beta. Okay. Now, in the world, beta is like subpar. But honestly, in the actual human alpha, beta, gamma, delta world, like alphas tend to be aggressive, but also dumb. Like the only thing that makes them an alpha is that they could beat up everybody. But that doesn't mean that they're smart. And an alpha always needs a good beta because the beta is the one that keeps them level-headed and is smarter and is more calculating and still strong, right? Not as strong as the alpha, but also stronger than the delta. And the delta usually is like a general, you know, general of the army, right? Like still strong, stronger than most people by far, right? So when we're talking about alpha, delta, you know, beta males, I think that you really can't see a beta as being like less than or weak. We see the beta as being a super strong alpha. I mean, a smart alpha is what I always think of it as. Anyways, that's my take. So it feels interesting that she's like, Sammy's an alpha, but then what is Amber? Because Amber is giving me alpha vibes all day, every day. Like Amber is giving me leading the pack. Like no one's gonna fuck with me. Like whatever. And Puppy is giving me literally puppy. Giving me like pack, like needs to be underneath an alpha or a beta in order to survive, like type of situation. So it's really interesting their dynamic because she fights with Sammy when he tries to get upset. So after they have their conversation outside and they're deciding how things are going, look at Amber looking so cute. I mean, Puppy looking cute. And Amber just over there in a trench coat. I'm like, these two people are at different occasions, okay? They're at different functions. So they go back inside and somebody sends Amber a drink. Okay. If a man calls himself an alpha, he's probably a whole asshole. So true. So true. So true. Vicky Bell says Sammy thinks he can love Amber to death, and it seems to want to be the only person who she has feelings for. Janelyn puts tobacco flavor, but I don't know what that's gonna do. Alpha males have confidence. I mean, they do, but only because they can beat everybody up. Like, someone said, Queen Francine, hey girl, how are you? Someone says Sammy looks like a meth head Abraham Lincoln. Okay, let's take a moment. Meth head Abraham Lincoln? No, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. I can't unsee that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo. It's tobacco flavored. Oh, you mean hookah? Yes, it's tobacco or a type of tobacco. Okay. So, anywho, now they get back to the table, girl, and the waitress walks up and is like, Amber, this couple over here set you a drink, and also some guy, right? I don't know if she got 2 drinks. I don't know, whatever. Sammy gets so pissed because he's like, that's disrespectful for someone to send you drinks. And she's like, why is that disrespectful? You know, like, what's going on? Like, why are you getting so upset about somebody sending me drinks? And I said to myself, does Sammy not know that Amber is low-key famous? Like, Amber, this is her 3rd season or 2nd season on Love After Lockup. If I were in that bar, I would send them all drinks. Now, I wouldn't just send it to Amber. I would send them all. I would send definitely Puppy and Amber drinks. I would be like across the bar, like, bitches! Like, I would 100% be that. If I see any of them in a place where I could buy them a drink and be like, thank you for the entertainment. Thank you. If I saw Brittany and Marcelino, girl, first of all, I'd run up to Brittany. I would low-key run up to Brittany and be like, bitch, you doing a good job, bitch. You doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. I'm so happy for them. So, like, if I were to see any of them in public, I would do the same thing. So that was my first assumption, is like, why is Sammy getting upset? Does he not know that he's with Amber and that they're, popular? So Puppy's like, well, where's my drink? And, like, they're trying to laugh it off, but Sammy's not having it. So Sammy goes outside. And he tells the producers that, one, he's just a country boy and he's not about all the rest of this drama, that he's about them in person and them looking at each other's eye. And he was just getting too pissed off at the situation. He felt really disrespected. So he chose to leave. So Amber comes out and the producer tells her that he's left and she gets upset. She calls him and she's like, why did you just leave me though? And he's like, I was getting upset and I just thought it would be better to take myself out of the situation. And she's like, well, why wouldn't you at least tell me? Because now I have to find a ride home. Thanks for that. So she hangs up with him. And I do see what she's saying, but I also see where he's coming from. If he's getting so pissed that even though she thinks that he's working on his mentality or his behavior, he's not there yet. He's not even close to being there yet. The fact that somebody sending I don't know. I mean, and any men who are watching this, let me know down below. Would you feel some kind of way if somebody sent your girl a drink? You might. I mean, that maybe that is a little bit disrespectful, but honestly, if your girl were popular or famous, would you be as upset? Or is it only upsetting because the person didn't send you a drink as well? I'm not sure. I don't know. But I see why he got upset. I wish that he were in a better place in his life to where that didn't affect him the way it did. So he chose to leave, and I said, if him choosing to leave was better than him fighting or getting angry and doing something stupid, then it was the right choice. And he's just that's where he is in his recovery. And I think that Amber would need to respect that. I mean, she is asking him to communicate with her, which is fine. But the fact that he left, like, I don't think she should take it out on him as much as she probably wants to. So that's the end of their segment. And I hope the best for them as always. Oh, Victoria, thank you so much for that Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So the last couple. Yazelle, you're late. Where you been at, girl? We've been out here a whole hour. We've been out here a whole hour. If my man gets a drink from a woman and he accepts it, I'm going to look at him upside the head. Okay. Touche. Okay. Let me think of it the other way. If some woman were to send my man a drink, I would take that drink. If he even took a sip of it. No, I would take it. I'd be like, okay, first of all, she's a B. However, I'm going to have this drink because you don't need it. You are the one that's driving, so you're fine. But yeah, I can see it. It is disrespectful. Okay, I'm with you. It probably depends on the intent behind the drink. It's deaf because she's on TV. Probably not anything else. I agree, Savine. Nah, we drinking it. Only when you are an insecure man. Okay, a grown man would take it as a compliment, and he's taking him home. So yeah, I get it. Taking her home. I almost injured a girl at a bar when she offered to buy my husband a drink at the bar. She rubbed his back. It's like, wow, you are a cop. Can I buy you a drink? And he was wearing security uniform. Okay, yeah, I mean that's just like you don't touch him. Don't touch him. Don't touch. No touchy. I get it. Okay, Brandon says, my dad always told me not to have a beard without a mustache because it makes you look like the Planet of the Apes, Amber Man. I'm sorry, I thought this was a serious comment. Even though I do think you're right, you should always have a beard and a mustache. I think you're right. Vicky Vale says, when I was 20, my boyfriend and I would take free drinks because we looked like brother and sister and were broke. We pretended like we were siblings until we got our drinks and dipped. Scam likely. Scam likely. I love it. My husband wouldn't have cared. We would drink it together and tell her thank you. Aspasia, yes, that's different. We fighting for sure. You guys are great. This is a great live. 164 people in this room. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you laughed even one time, if you chuckled, if you thought in your head, oh, she's funny, give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Okay, so that's the end of them. I just hope that Sammy and everything's okay with that situation, you know? I always worry when addicts get upset because I'm like, are they going to go back to the drug or the whatever the poison is? You know what I'm saying? I worry about them. All right, so the last couple that we are going to talk about is Brittany and Marcelino. Now, here's the truth. Marcelino could have stopped this shit from the very beginning, but for whatever reason, he chose not to. Okay, so we've got Brittany. And this is after they've gone to Robert's house to get their stuff and they couldn't. So they're all having dinner together. And Brittany and Homegirl are drinking, having a good time. Bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. They're drinking and they're having a good time. And, you know, Kanan finally just comes clean with what happened and how it all went left, okay? She says, and this is Marcelino, right? Is like, okay, so tell me what happened. Why didn't you get contracts? And she's like, because we had started this project. Robert opened a bank account. I don't recall if he told her that she shouldn't be on it or couldn't be on it because she was a felon. But Robert started to do all of these things. And she just felt like when it came time for her, when she realized that she should get everything in writing and she should get contracts, that it would make her look like she didn't trust Robert. He had already had all the money. And so she was worrying about upsetting him and causing him to like run off with the money if she wanted things documented. And she said that she knew that she should have, but it was like part of her like street upbringing as well as just her worry in general that she didn't know all that she needed to know in order to make sure that all this happened, and she was worried about him taking the money and running. And so Marcelino's like low-key judgy, being like, this your first mistake, that's your second mistake. But here's the truth. I'm Kanan, Kanan is me. Like, I would have felt the same way. There's something about putting things down in writing and being so official with sometimes with stuff, if you don't know, that it can be daunting. It can be daunting. It can be overwhelming if you don't have anybody to lead you through it. And everybody's like, oh, just Google it. I'm trying to get Just Call Me Wah together. And I'm like, Google doesn't help me. I literally had to talk to someone who had started a business. And they said to me, okay, this is what you need to do. This is where you're at. Like, how much money are you making? And I'm like, I'm not making any money. And they're like, okay, if you're not making enough money, specifically in the state of California, if you're not making enough money to pay the tax that you have to pay to have a business in California, then don't finish this process, because you're going to be paying X amount, $600 a year, when you don't even make $600 a year. And I was like, true that. So I personally am somebody who can't just Google everything and get the answer. I need to talk to somebody. And so maybe Kanan didn't have that in her network to know who she should talk to until things went left. So I get her. I get it. Jasmine says, I just learned to be like, it's okay if they judge me or think I don't trust them. Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on where you are and where your self-esteem is and your confidence is in creating a business. If there's somebody who seems as though they have it more together than you, and you are feeling insecure because you're only used to having illegitimate businesses and stuff like that, like, I really did understand where she was coming from, and Marcelino was judging, but I'm like, if you don't know and you don't have the resources to find out, then things like this will happen. And it's something that happens, I think, a lot to people who are trying to take themselves from one, either social economic class and or one status of being to the next. Like, if everything you're used to doing is illegitimate, trying to go legitimate is hard, and it's scary, right? Because now your name is on everything. Documents are signed, taxes are owed, bills are due. It's a different situation. So her and Brittany have had a couple of big bold Mai Tais, you know what I'm saying? They've had some Coronas and some margaritas, and they like, listen, if we was in jail, we would have ran up on Robert. And so let's run up on Robert, because Robert is not going to make me feel stupid about this situation, okay? We're going to bring the streets to him. He thought that he could come over on us. Nah, we're going to get him. So they in the bathroom, and they devise a whole plan about how they're going to run up on him. And so Brittany is feeling ready to go, okay? She's got all the energy. She's like, open this door. Open this door. When she was talking, I said, okay, girl, she got a little bit of, she got a little bit energy in her right now. Joy says she spoke to an attorney first, and they said get a contract, and later she says like she didn't know how to bring it up because they were so far in. I mean, listen, I really do feel that people who are in a completely different world, they just don't know how to make that transition. And Brittany was like, you ain't gonna play me, 3 kids or nah, husband or nah. Like, you ain't finna sit up here and make it seem like, you about to play me. I ain't spent 7 years in prison for no reason. I know how to behave. So her and Kanan decide their boyfriends drove them. So I think Marcelino thought, like, if I take Brittany over there, at least I can control the situation. At least I'm there. At least we're committing this crime together. So they get to the house. Kanan is taking screens off the window. They climbing in the window, girl. Like, Robert, we don't understand why you won't just talk to us. I know that we're breaking and entering. This is a B&E. However, just come out and talk to us, Robert. We don't understand. And I said, girl, you over here acting like, girl. And he's like, well, the authorities say I don't have to let me in. He's already called 911. And luckily, Kanan and Brittany did not get in trouble. The police said this is a civil matter. Okay, we can't help you out right here. You have to go to small claims court. However, I cannot let you in this house right now. Even though her name is on the lease, I can't let you in this house right now. Y'all are going to have to leave. And so Brittany's like, but even though this is for our nonprofit, even though he stole this money, so this is what I need to do. And the police officer is like, yeah. And I feel like they're just like, we're used to street justice and that's what we want. Okay. And I thought to myself, I hope Robert didn't steal this money, but also beating him up isn't necessarily going to get you the money. You would have to do some real like beat up kidnap situation in order to get this man to give you this money. He's really trying to hide behind the fact that you guys are felons and he's not. And this is his house. So Sabine says, I understand being nervous about getting the contracts, but she was responsible for other people's money too. Okay, yeah, I get that. Sabine also says Brittany was annoying in this episode. Like, girl, go home and take care of your kids. This is not the time to go back to jail. You're right. But I thought the fact that Marcelino was there, and I do think it was great that Marcelino was like, listen, I don't trust the police because the police could just do whatever they want to do. And I said, you know what? Come on, black man. Let's talk about it. Police can just make up shit talking about you assaulted me or, you know, whatever. Jacqueline, thank you so much for the Cash App. Marion, thank you so much for the Cash App, you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for the Zelle. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm just getting the notifications now. I want to thank you guys so much for tipping. And if you guys want to tip, anybody else want to tip, you can tip. You can tip. You know what I'm stopping you? You know what I'm saying? $1, $2, $3. $1, $2, $3, $4. You can do whatever you want to do. I appreciate it, you guys. You have no idea. I appreciate it. You guys make me so happy. Like, I feel like when I go on when I start this journey in July, like for real, and start paying things, I'm gonna be like, the producers, Vicky Vale, help me get this. I'm like, this medication was brought to you by Marion, thank you. This medication was brought to you by Jasmine. Thank you. So I really do appreciate you guys 100%. Jackie bought this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it's going to be. I love it. I appreciate you guys. Okay. How do I Zelle you? Oh, it's at wahimalino@gmail.com. You could do that through Zelle. Bitch, you doing a good job. Bitch, you doing a good job. You doing a good job. Michelle, that's how you did it, right? Via my email? Yeah. Blessings from the Over 40 Mommy Club. Thank you so much. Oh, it's telling me I need to enroll in Zelle. Why do I need to enroll? I already have a Zelle. This is very weird. Oh, it wants me to like create a Zelle. Oh, maybe I should download the app. Fine. I mean, obviously not right now, right? Okay. This song? That could be your outro song. Oh, no, that's I can't. I already took it from somebody from TikTok. Tip, tip, hooray. Okay. Well, anyway, so Brittany was able to talk to the police. Police basically told Brittany what she needed to do, and her and Marcelino went home, hopefully unscathed, wishing them all the best. All right, you guys. So we are an hour and 12 minutes in, 170 people in the room. I want to thank you guys so much for spending your Saturday midday with me. I'm going to go get my clothes out of the washer and I'm going to get my clothes out of the dryer, put my other ones in the washer, fold them, and then I'm going to go for a walk. Okay, then I'm going to come back. I'm going to clean the bathroom. And I will see you guys tomorrow for 90 Day Fiance the other way. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys are very special to me and awesome. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. And everybody who gave a Cash App, a Zelle, a tip, I appreciate you guys as well. And those of you guys who just watch, please just watch the whole commercial. You know what I'm saying? When the commercial comes up, don't skip it. Just watch it. If you can't give a tip, watch the whole commercial.